don't know about y'all, but we trust in God this year. We are trusting God this year to do big things, to do marvelous things. So before we even get into the video, like this video and type "I trust you, Lord" in the comments. I trust you, Lord, in the comments. God says, put me first and I'll put you in position. Put me first and I'll put you in position. I don't know who this is for, but God is saying, trust me in this season and watch me change your life. Trust me in this season and watch me make you unrecognizable. Trust me in this season and watch how I elevate you. Trust me in this season and watch how all your dreams and your desires come true. Year after year, we decide to do what we want to do. We put our finances, we put our children, we put our spouses, relationships, friendships, our hobbies, everything else for God. We put him on the back burner. And when we have a little free time in our day, we might say a little quick prayer, or we might read a little bit of our Bible, or we might go to church every blue moon. But God is saying, this season, I need you to put me first. I need you to put me above everything and watch how I change your life. You put me on the back burner for so many years and you haven't been able to meet your full potential. But I'm telling you, if you put me first, I'll put you in position. I'll give you more than you could ever dream of. I'll give you more than you can ever imagine. But I need you to sacrifice and put me first. And what does putting God first look like? Getting up to pray before you grab your phone. Stop spending so many hours and hours scrolling on social media. Take the time out to fast. I know somebody watching this, you probably have never done a fast in your entire life. When December hit, y'all, so much was happening, y'all. So much. I couldn't even wrap my mind around everything that was going on in my life. And all I could think to do was fast. So I fasted for 2 weeks, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. 2 weeks, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And I drank nothing but water for 3 days. And I prayed and I seek God. Oh, I had never felt the presence of God like I had felt in those 6 days that I fasted. Every time I felt a problem come on, every time I felt like I wasn't able to handle something, I started to fast. And I started to ask God, come on God, you got to fill me up. You got to strengthen me. You got to do something about it. And he did just that. So putting God first looks like fasting. Putting God first looks like reading your word more, spending more time with him. The time that you spend scrolling on your phone is the time that you can spend in his word, getting to know him. A lot of people say they've never heard God speak. You know why you've never heard him speak? Because you don't have a real relationship with him. When you have a relationship with someone, like a regular person on this earth, like with your mom, with your dad, with your kids, with your boyfriend, with your girlfriend, you don't even have to be in the same room as them, but you know when they speak, you know that's them speaking. Because you have a relationship with them. God says, build your relationship with me first. The Bible says, seek ye first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all those things shall be added. So instead of you trying to figure out how you're going to get this money by tomorrow, or how you're going to do this or how you're going to do that, God says, seek me. I will give you the answer to your problems. I have all that you need. You're feeling lonely. You're feeling depressed. Put the bottle down. Put the marijuana down. Stop trying to find other people to fill you up. Seek me. Let me fill you up. Let me give you all that you need. The Bible says, blessed are those who trust in the Lord. When you put your trust in God, he can't help but to bless you. My life started to change the moment I decided to do what God was telling me to do. It would be days and days and days on end. How am I going to do this? I got to figure out how I'm going to do this. I got to figure out. I didn't have to figure out nothing. God had already told me what to do. I just hadn't did it yet. The moment I did, the moment I was obedient to what God was telling me, my life started to change. And a lot of people don't want to hear that. They don't want to have to sacrifice, or they don't want to have to be obedient to what God is telling them to do. They want everything to come easy. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're subscribed to my channel, every word that I post on here, it's not gonna be all peaches and cream. it's not gonna always be rainbows and honey. It's gonna be the truth. And a lot of people don't want to hear the truth. God says, put me first and I'll put you in position. Seek me first. Putting God first means surrendering. Surrendering your finances. Surrendering your love life. Surrendering your career over to Him. God, I can't bear this no more. I need you to take over. I can't handle it. I need you to take over. I need you to take this from me. I give this to you. And watch how God changes your life. The only option that you have this season, if you want to see your life change for the better, if you want to not be in the same predicament, in the same circumstances that you were last year, the only way that you're going to see a difference is if you trust God and you put Him first. If you stop trying to lead the way and you let Him lead. If you do exactly what it is that He told you to do 5 years ago, 6 months ago. He told you to stop smoking. He told you to stop drinking. He told you to stop having sex. He told you all these things to do. And I know a lot of people say it's easier said than done. Come on now. I know that. I know that. I've been in the same shoes that you're in. The Bible says only these type of things come out through prayer and fasting. That's why it's so important to pray and fast. Once you start to be in communion with God, once you start to grow closer to God, you won't even crave the things of this world anymore. You won't even crave the things the sin that you used to want so bad. You won't even crave it. It won't even feel right. God says, put me first and I'll put you in position. You got to surrender it over to God. You got to let God lead the way. You got to take your hand out of it and say, God, I fully surrender everything over to you. My life, my finances, my marriage, my relationships, my career. I surrender it all, God. Have your way. Let your will be done, not mine. I was driving home back to visit my family this holiday, and I didn't have my daughter with me. She was with her dad. But I kept, the enemy kept playing flashbacks in my head of everything that I had been through, of all the terrible things that were said to me, all the terrible things that were done to me. And in that moment, I kid y'all not, the whole ride home, as the flashbacks were just playing in my head, I kept hearing God say, trust me. Just trust me. Just trust me. Just trust me. And I said, God, I can't bear this no more. I can't bear this anymore. I need you to help me. And he kept saying, I just need you to just trust me. Trust me in this season. I don't know who this is for. Trust me in this season and watch how I blow your mind. Give me all you got instead of giving everybody else. I don't know who this is for, but you done gave that man 50 million 11 chances, okay? It ain't gave God one. It ain't never gonna work out if you don't put God first. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It ain't never gonna work out. This man has done everything under the sun to you, and you keep forgiving him. Keep giving him chance after chance. Girl, if you don't give him same chances to God and let him change your life, let him bring somebody into your life that you won't have to give 1,000 million chances. I don't know who that was for. That was for somebody. Those who put their trust in me will never be disappointed. So as we go into this season, trust him. Trust him. Trust him. Like this video. And I want you to type, I trust you, Lord, in the comments. I trust you, Lord, in the comments. I trust you. No matter what the circumstances may be, no matter what life looks like, I trust you, God. I know you have my best interest at heart, because you have plans to prosper me and not to harm me, but to give me hope and a future. I trust you.